Homemaking can feel overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. What if you could simplify your routine while reducing waste and creating a home that feels peaceful and intentional? Today, I'm sharing sustainable homemaking hacks that any mom can use to make life easier and a little bit more eco-friendly. Hi, my name's Alma and I'm a mum of 2 under 2 and I live in Orkney. And on this channel we talk all things business and homemaking and how not to face burnout. So when it comes to sustainable homemaking, I think you should really start with what you have. Declutter your home one small area at a time and focus on keeping only the things that add value or serve a purpose. A decluttered space saves times and feels so much more peaceful. For example, Loki's toys. I only keep the toys that he actually plays with in our living area and the rest are in the playroom. He doesn't really go and play in there very much, but he knows where those toys are. But for the most part, the toys that he actually plays with and uses on a daily basis, they are all just in our living room for him to easily access. And another thing that has been an absolute game changer for me is creating routines for my daily tasks and just having a to-do list in general. You know, for example, a morning cleaning routine, it takes just 20 minutes. Every single morning I make sure that I make the bed, I sweep the floors, and I pick up any toys and things that have been left from the night before. And having set up designated laundry days, just having some sort of an order to the chaos that is the daily routine, it can just save so much mental energy and really help with the feeling of burnout if you have a lot to do in a day. It's genuinely been a saviour for me having a to-do list every single night and knowing exactly what I need to do when I wake up in the morning. Knowing what tasks are priorities, what are non-negotiables, and what tasks don't really matter if they're not done at the end of the day. But having it all written down means that I'm actually more likely to get it done. I don't know about anyone else, but I love that little accountability and the feeling of scribbling out those tasks the next day. I find it so motivating. So another thing that's been an absolute game changer for me is preparing my ingredients for meals in batches. I don't really like to batch cook, but I do like to prep all my ingredients. So once I'm done with shopping, I will cut up as much of my veg as I can and I'll just store it all in the fridge, and then I can just go and use it as and when necessary. And I really think that what helps with this as well is planning the meals in advance, because then when you go to the shop, it takes a lot faster, and 2, you're reducing a lot of food waste because you know exactly what you need and how much of it you need. And it also, I find that it makes shopping so much faster because you know exactly what you need. You can also save money because you're not buying what you don't need. Did I just say that already? I don't know. But yeah, kind of batch preparing all of my ingredients just makes so much sense, because then whenever I need anything, I usually do this with carrots and onions, tomatoes, mushrooms, whatever I need, I'll just go into the fridge and I will take whatever I need and put it into my food, and I don't have to worry about chopping or washing or anything like that. I just everything that I need for the meal is just in there. So I'll chop some and I'll maybe make carrot sticks for snacks for Loki, and just prep the food really, really, really simply. Not overthinking it, but just popping it into the fridge and leaving it there to use as and when necessary. Okay, another massive hack for me was this. I used to love kitchen towels, like the disposable ones, and don't get me wrong, I still do. I still have them in my house. I still use them. But this, absolute game changer. I don't know about you, but I was given, bought myself so many muslins with both babies, and I personally never used them. I don't know, my little girl did kind of have a little stint of spitting up a lot, but now she just never does. So all of these muslins I actually cut up and use as reusable cloths. But I mean, you can just go and buy yourself some reusable cloths. They're usually fairly decent quality, and they probably last a lot longer than the muslins. But rather than binning these muslins, I just cut them up and I used them and reused them as cleaning cloths, and they work absolutely incredibly. Okay, going back to the food for a second. Wherever possible, buy your food in bulk. I cannot stress this enough. Buy your food in bulk and then just like decant it. Like it doesn't take long. For example, cheese. Like, we like grated cheese in this house, but one big block of cheese from Lidl is the equivalent of like 3 bags of grated cheese, and it literally takes like 5-10 minutes for me to grate a block of cheese. And so much cheaper, so much less plastic, and like, it doesn't take that much time. In retrospect, like, I would rather do this any day than buy the bags of cheese. And they also are coated in crap. We go through cheese quite fast in this house, so like, I normally grate this and this will last a few days, up to a week, and like, one of those bags will last a few days, and there's literally no point in me buying a bag of cheese that has all of the chemicals and all of that crap on it when I can just do it with this cheese, and if it stays absolutely fine for the week and doesn't go off or anything. So there's just no need for, you know, the coating that they have on the grated cheese. Now, this is one that I really swear by, and that is, instead of buying lots of cheap items, invest in high quality products that last longer. And this applies to everything from clothing to kitchen tools. Now, here's a fun one. Make cleaning the house a family affair. Get your kids involved in the daily tasks. Even toddlers can help tidy up their toys or set a table, or like Loki's doing here, move the washing over into the dryer. He loves doing this. And homemaking isn't about having a perfect home. It's about creating a space that works for you and your family and brings joy and peace, and is a reminder of the love that is poured into making the house a home every single day. Now, biggest tip of them all that I can suggest to you is, if possible, cut out the chemicals from your home. We invested in an Agic Kanga machine, I want to say about 2 years ago, and it was the best decision I ever made. Not only did I get to build a beautiful business out of it, but also I no longer have a single chemical in my house other than bathroom cleaner. I still have a bathroom cleaner that I don't use very often because I still do use this, but I do have it in the house. Full transparency. But I get to use, for example, here I am making a surface cleaner from the 2.5 pH water that the machine provides, and I just drop a little bit of mandarin essential oil in there because it's also a disinfectant and it smells beautiful, and I mix it with 2.5 pH water, and this lasts probably about 2 days really well, then another 2 days kind of decent, but the first 2 days it's very, very strong, very potent, and then I can just make it again. But I use this all of the time instead of harmful chemicals and toxins. So if you've enjoyed this video and found any of these tips helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video. Let me know in the comments which hack you're excited to try and share your own homemaking tips. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.